Hey everyone, and a huge welcome to English Learning Community. I'm Sophia, and I'm absolutely thrilled you're here. Have you ever dreamt of speaking English fluently and effortlessly, understanding every word in a conversation, and expressing yourself with confidence and clarity? Well, you've come to the right place. This video is your gateway to unlocking those very skills, the speaking and listening superpowers that will transform your English fluency. We all know how important effective communication is in today's world, and mastering English opens up a world of opportunities. Whether it's acing that job interview, connecting with people from different cultures, traveling with ease, or simply enjoying your favorite English movies and podcasts without subtitles, strong English speaking and listening abilities are absolutely key. In this video, we're going to dive deep into practical strategies and techniques that you can start using immediately to boost your comprehension and improve your spoken English. We'll explore proven methods for active listening, pronunciation enhancement, vocabulary building, and overcoming those common speaking anxieties that can hold us back. Think of this as your personal toolkit for conquering English communication. Now, a little about myself and the English learning community. I'm passionate about helping others achieve their language learning goals, and this community is a place where we can all support and inspire each other on our journey to fluency. We share tips, resources, and experiences, creating a vibrant and encouraging environment for everyone to thrive. The best part? By the end of this video, you'll walk away with actionable steps and valuable insights that you can implement right away. So, stick with me until the very end, trust me, you don't want to miss out. Are you ready to transform your English communication skills? Let's dive right in. The earthy scent of wet clay filled the air, a smell that always calmed 10-year-old Leo. He sat hunched over his workbench, a small wooden table his grandpa had built, sunlight streaming through the window and illuminating the tools laid out before him. His best friend, Maya, perched on a stool beside him, sketching furiously in her notepad. Leo's older sister, Chloe, a self-proclaimed art prodigy, hovered nearby, offering unsolicited advice. "Are you sure you're kneading it enough, Leo?" Chloe peered at the lump of clay in Leo's hands. "It needs to be pliable, like warmed-up chewing gum." Leo rolled his eyes. "I know, Chloe. I've done this before, you know." He pummeled the clay, enjoying the cool, smooth texture. He was determined to make a perfect model of his pet hamster, Hammy, for the school's art competition. Maya looked up from her sketching, her brow furrowed in concentration. "Maybe you should add a little more water, Leo. It looks a bit crumbly." Leo paused, considering her suggestion. Maybe you're right." He dipped his fingers in the water bowl and sprinkled a few drops onto the clay, kneading it vigorously. "Better? Much better," Maya confirmed, nodding. "Now, for the tricky part. The tiny hamster feet." Leo chuckled. "That is the tricky part. I might need some inspiration." He glanced at Hammy, snoozing peacefully in his cage nearby. "Come on, Hammy, show me your paws." Hammy remained stubbornly asleep. Leo sighed. This was proving more difficult than he'd anticipated. He had envisioned a triumphant, prize-winning sculpture, but so far, his lump of clay looked more like a lumpy potato. Chloe, sensing his frustration, chimed in. "Maybe try rolling out small, thin cylinders for the legs and then shaping the feet at the end. That's how I did it for my award-winning squirrel sculpture." Leo ignored her, picking up a sculpting tool. "I think I'll try adding the head first." He began shaping a small, round ball of clay, carefully smoothing it with his thumb. "Speaking of awards," Maya said, flipping through her notepad. "Did you see the prize for winning the competition?" Leo's ears perked up. "No, what is it?" "A whole set of professional sculpting tools." Maya's eyes widened. "And a trip to the city's art museum." This news reinvigorated Leo. He worked with renewed focus, shaping the clay, adding details, and constantly referring to the sleeping Hammy for inspiration. The hours flew by in a flurry of creative energy. Finally, as the sun began to set, casting long shadows across the workbench, Leo stepped back to admire his creation. It wasn't perfect, but it undeniably resembled Hammy, complete with tiny, slightly wonky feet. "Wow, Leo," Maya exclaimed, gazing at the clay hamster. "It's amazing." Even Chloe had to admit it was good. "Not bad," she conceded, a hint of begrudging admiration in her voice. "For an amateur, of course." Leo grinned, feeling a surge of pride. He had faced a challenge, persevered, and created something he was genuinely proud of. He couldn't wait to enter it in the competition. "All right," Leo said, wiping his hands on his apron. "Time to clean up." He looked at the mess of clay scraps and tools scattered across the workbench. "This might take a while." "Don't worry," Maya offered. "I'll help." Speaking practice. Practice speaking this sentence aloud, paying attention to your pronunciation and intonation. He had envisioned a triumphant, prize-winning sculpture. But so far, his lump of clay looked more like a lumpy potato. Vocabulary explanation. Pliable. Easily bent or molded. Example. The warm clay was pliable and easy to shape. Wonky. Unstable or unsteady. Not straight or level. Example. One of the chair legs was wonky, making it wobble. As they tidied up, Leo and Maya chatted excitedly about the art competition. Leo felt a sense of accomplishment. He had not only created a clay model, but he had also learned a valuable lesson about patience and perseverance. And he had practiced his English, discussing the project with his friends, explaining his process, and describing the details of his creation. He knew that even if he didn't win the competition, he had already won in a different way. He had discovered the joy of creation and the power of communication. The next day, at school, Leo proudly placed his clay hamster on the display table for the art competition. He stood back, admiring his work, feeling a quiet confidence. He had faced a challenge and overcome it, and that, he realized, was a prize in itself. "So," a voice said beside him. It was Chloe. "Ready to lose to my masterpiece?" she asked, a playful glint in her eye. Leo grinned. "We'll see," he replied, "we'll see." The judging wouldn't take place for a few days, but Leo felt a sense of calm. He had done his best, and that was all that mattered. He glanced over at his little clay hamster, and, for a moment, he could have sworn he saw it wink.